Hello, once again, this is Antonio, and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. So, this is what I would like to say. Don't let keeping it real or your temper or your emotions land you in a system that is a maze to get out. Once a person takes hold of you, now you in a world of bondage. But what this gentleman did, right? He went to a scene and fired shots at witnesses. Not only did he fire shots at witnesses, one witness was allegedly shot. So now his lawyer, and I always say court appointed lawyers are like, they are God sent to some of these people, right? Because you do these crimes and you don't even have money for an attorney, right? Just think about what with some crimes that people do that have money and they are able to get off. Those are called people with money. You can afford to do some crimes. People without money don't do the crime. So we're going to dive into the video. It's not a very, very long video, but nevertheless, I want to keep bringing this type of content to you. Let me dive into the content.
Before Judge King, July 24th, excuse me. All right, that concludes this hearing. Hold tight. I'm going off the record for a moment. Sir, can you tell me your name?
Deontay Perkins.
All right, 1 second. This is State of Michigan versus Deontay Perkins, case 24058312101. Today is the date set for a bond redetermination hearing. Appearances, please.
Jennifer Douglas for the people, P72748.
Jessica Shive on behalf of Mr. Perkins. Mr. Perkins, please state your full name for the record.
Deontay Deshaun Perkins.
All right, today is the date set for the bond redetermination hearing. Bond is set intentionally unaffordable. Ms. Shive, as to bond.
As to bond, he's a lifelong resident. He has 2 kids. He's self-employed doing construction. He's a high school grad. He's 32 years old. They're all allegations, presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. We understand the charges and their seriousness. He will have his day in court. To my knowledge, he's not on probation or parole or nothing pending and no prior criminal history, on the information that we have, Your Honor. He understands he needs to make it to his court dates, and given the allegations, we're respectfully asking the court to at least consider a personal bond, a high personal bond with a GPS tether and house arrest. All we have right now is the report. We know that more will come out, and he will have his day in court. He maintains his innocence, respectfully asking the court to consider a reduction in the bond. Any bond amount is unaffordable to him, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Douglas Esteban.
Your Honor, we're asking for this bond to stay the same. Your Honor, this is a situation where Mr. Perkins allegedly admitted to police that he did in fact shoot at this complaining witness. Your Honor, there were two witnesses to the shooting who indicate that Mr. Perkins had first come to the location to assault the complaining witness. The complaining witness apparently had intervened in a domestic violence incident. And with that involved Mr. Perkins' brother, and Mr. Perkins was apparently angry about that. Mr. Perkins allegedly also admitted to police that he had gone to the house and seen the complaining witness sleeping and punched him multiple times. And it was after this, when he was driving away with the two people who had also been involved, that this complaining witness threw something. The complaining witness says it was a bicycle peg. Mr. Perkins said it was a brick, but regardless, whatever was thrown, it's not a reasonable response to shoot somebody. And that's allegedly what Mr. Perkins told police he did was he stopped this car, got out the car, pulled out this gun and shot at somebody twice. And this person did in fact suffer a gunshot wound. So, Your Honor, we have concerns about the life of this complaining witness. Mr. Perkins knows where he lives. Your Honor, there's a high likelihood of conviction, seeing as how Mr. Perkins admitted to shooting at this man. And given that uh, as described in the report, what Mr. Perkins describes as happening, this was not self-defense. And so, Your Honor, we have to be concerned that there was an assault followed by a shooting, and someone was in fact shot. We're asking for this bond to stay the same. Mr. Perkins does have prior convictions. He had a 2013 felon in possession and a 2021 misdemeanor purchasing a pistol without a license. So he does have prior firearm offenses, and we have concerns for the safety here. That Mr. Perkins would still have access to a firearm. He allegedly told the police he didn't know, or I shouldn't say we didn't know, but that it was a gun and he wouldn't say where it came from. We don't know where this gun is right now. So we have concerns about Mr. Perkins having access to firearms and something happening to this complaining witness.
All right, give me a minute. All right, after reviewing the investigator's report, noting the two recent gun contacts, as well as you indicated that the defendant is on probation for a felon in possession. Did I get that right, Ms. Douglas? I'm sorry, you're on mute.
No, Your Honor, I was saying he had a 2013 felon in possession and a 2021 purchasing pistol without a license.
2013 felon in possession charge?
No, I don't got no
Yes.
felonies.
That doesn't make sense. 1 second.
I don't have no felonies.
One for Judge Bryan, one for Judge.
Miss Douglas, if you know, is that out of Wayne County?
I'd have to look again. That's what I wrote down in my notes, the two different cases. I'd have to check. I didn't write jurisdiction, but I can pull it up right quick.
Okay.
May I have a moment with my attorney, please?
Sure. Mr. Perkins, I'll put you in the room while Miss Douglas is looking up what she has to look up. Hold tight.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, I'm wrong.
Okay, so like I said again, this wasn't a very long trial, but I do these videos because these videos are still educational purposes. If you have young men, young nephews, sons, cousins, sit them down and look at these type videos. Once they get you in the system, now you at the mercy of the prosecutor. You at the mercy of the judge. And it's up to them if they're going to give you a bond, if there's going to be a high bond or a lower bond. Now, the Eighth Amendment does say that the bond should be reasonable or at a reasonable price. But for whom? Especially when this is they can slap an attempted murder case on this, right? So you do these crimes, then you at the mercy of the court, then you get mad with other people because they say you can't get out. Well, you already a deviant. You are violence. You went into an area and fired at people blindly and you shot someone. Without keep rambling, you put it in the comments. Tell me how you feel. This is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. You can support the channel through Cash App or Super Chat. And once again, we will see you in the